I began to review this book, which gives the opening repertoire using 1e4, a couple of weeks ago. And now I would like to show you the chapter on the French defense, okay? As always, Lakdawala uses a lot of games as examples. In this case, this is game 21, Caruana versus Vallejo Pons in 2012. Caruana starts with e4, e6, d4, d5, e5. So Lakdawala advocates for playing a French advance in your games with 1 e4. Obviously he gets attacked immediately in the center, and you want to do this because after you want to develop your knight, creating more pressure. c3, knight c6, knight f3, queen b6, a3, knight h6. So in the book he says we saw this move in the previous game after black developed his queen side with bishop d7 and rook c8. Here he gets his knight out straight away. This is kind of interesting because I think this is one of the worries that chess player has when they play the French, because when you play bishop, the knight h6, obviously you are afraid of bishop take h6, no? Here Lakdawala says that taking on h6 represents a clear loss of the tempo for white, but on the other hand it creates double pawns, and this becomes kind of weak. So and then he says that the black has the advantage of keeping the bishop here. So also that is something to consider. It's up to you. In this case, if he plays bishop takes h6, you must also remember that queen takes b2 attack this, so it's kind of a problematic. I don't know. Let's see what happened in this game. In this game, white played b4, c takes d4, c takes d4. There is here the possibility that white plays bishop take h6, okay? G takes h6 and c takes d4. Again, here Lakdawala says that the damage made to the black pawn structure is not worth the bishop. I honestly don't know, because again, after you have double pawns, and this one can generally be attacked by the queen or the bishop, giving trouble to the rook. But again, the problem is this: it's possible that at Lakdawala level or Caruana level, for them that makes a big difference. For club player level, maybe for us that kind of double pawns is worse than losing the bishop here. Okay, so this is the possibility. However, as you can see, after c takes d4, black immediately plays knight f5. Why? Because both of them attacking. Now there is not the problem of the double pawns there, so it's kind of important. And now white plays bishop e3. Lakdawala says, I think this is more accurate than developing the bishop to b2. Okay. And here comes the question, no? Because you told us that you didn't, white wouldn't take because he lose the bishop pair, but the question is, doesn't this just give away our important dark square bishop for a knight? Answer, yes, but in this case, after knight takes e3, f takes e3, white gets the open f file, okay? For an attack, and also reinforces d4. And here, however, it shows why he doesn't like to put the bishop on b2. Okay. And there are some tricks that he wants to show that happens in case one put the bishop on b2. Okay. Bishop d7. This is important because sometimes there is a check on b5 that is kind of annoying. So that's important. But here Lakdawala says it's to play rook c8 as soon as possible. Okay. Bishop d3. Knight takes e3. Question. Earlier you indicated that white is happy for black to take on e3. So why would a strong game like Vallejo pawns do it? Answer. He may fear the alternative, which is to allow to take on f5 after rook c8. And here he gives a slight little variation to prove his point, which however it's only based on preference. F takes e3, g6, knight c3. Quite likely this was an engine-generated continuation. Are opening theoreticians the chess version of Wise Men and Wise Women, or have we turned into a sci-fi story where the robot geneticist is the one who builds us human? With this last move, we note that there are similarities between absolute freedom and complete chaos. And the question is, doesn't this just fall for a beginner trap if black plays knight takes b4? Very interesting. Crazy people tend to believe they are the same, and that is the rest of the world is unbalanced. Okay, ordinary data, shocking move, which force appear, la la la, promising attack. Boom. In fact, there is knight take b4. Wow. This move is made with a thought: when opportunity rides by, you had better to ready to hop into the saddle. Okay. He says maybe it was better to play rook c8, but let's say what happens. He takes b4, bishop takes b4, and castle. Wow, castle. He gave a knight. That doesn't make any sense. And here it says the fourth new move. In a previous game, white played rook c1. So instead of castle, he defended the... So maybe this move, castle, is the one generated by the computer. Let's see what happens. Bishop takes e3. Rook c1. And here he says, after bishop takes e3, he says, it's not a very good sign for black that Komodo assesses this at 0, 0, 0 despite the two extra pawns. Okay, 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 5. Black has 2 pawns advantage, yet Komodo says 0, 0. Okay, that's interesting, right? Rook c1. Let's see. Rook c8 is a mistake. Oh my god. After this natural move, white already gets a decisive attack. Black should bring his bishop back into the defense as quickly as possible. I should have, so here a Komodo line is bishop b4 to equalize, but not rook c8. Very interesting, and if you buy the book, you will get the line, okay? I sometimes don't show all the lines because it's kind of boring, it makes the videos long. Knight g5, oh, attacking here, oh wow, castle, queen g4, and now there is bishop d2, queen h3, obviously is threatening checkmate on here, h5, and now it seems Caruana didn't play the strongest move. He played rook takes c8. It seems it was better rook d1 followed by g4. So rook takes c8, not a good idea. Probably because he let the king escape in a sense, probably. But let's see what happens. So we play rook c8. Okay, bishop takes c8, because otherwise this would have gone down. Queen f3. Okay. And now black blunders. Can you imagine? This is strange. A grandmaster come Valego pawns, queen d8. Big blunder. What happens here? How would you continue if you were white? How would you play? He plays knight takes f7, bishop takes e3. Obviously you don't take back because you want to continue to attack. King h1, queen h4, bishop takes g6, and here there is bishop g5. Now you are white. Pause the video and find the way to win, okay? There is a very easy way here to win the game right away. Can you find it? If you pause the video and now you want to see the solution, the answer is boom, bishop h7. Obviously you have to calculate what happens after king g7. Would be queen d3, and then he enters here. So you think, okay, I take this, what happens? It happens this. Knight takes g5, queen takes g5, queen takes f8, and black will soon be mated. I hope you enjoyed this game by opening repertoire 1 e4 by Cyrus Lakdawala. He writes a lot of opening books with a lot of ideas. He uses examples, games that I really love, and remember that in the end you have an index of variation, so you can practically practice the repertoire as correspondence games following the index of variation, and eventually redeem the games when you need them. It's a good book, give it a try if you want to play e4.